house today. Today is bee day, so, and bee day I mean by B-E-E as in bees. It is bee day today, and I just got my package from Ruhl Beesupply in Portland, Oregon. I was going to film some up there and film their shop, but that place was a zoo. It was a complete zoo on bee pickup day. So, and I was expecting that. They already said that. They were very clear about it being completely packed. So I just made best what I could do. I didn't film there, although I probably will film next time I go. There probably will be a next time. Of course, there'll be one. It's a local bee warehouse, and their prices are pretty reasonable for the product that they offer. This is a bottom board that I picked up there from them. It's cedar, has a removable Coroplast mite counting tray here, and you just put some oil on that and you can catch all the mites. Now this is not a how-to video, guys, okay? I know I do a lot of how-to videos because I feel confident enough that I can I can put out a product or, you know, an informational video for you guys that is very it's beneficial to you, and it'll help you grow a plant or, you know, a garden, or even the mason bees. I'm very confident with the mason bees. I've had great success with them, so I'm very confident on the how-tos with those. And that's why I came out with them. But with the honeybees, it's a very, very complicated process sometimes with them, and it's not the easiest thing in the world. Sometimes people make it seem like it's super easy. It is easy, but it's not the easiest thing. So, you know, keep that in mind. I'm not going to label this as how-to. This is just my beekeeping series. So I'm a novice, and you can follow along with me. I want to go over a few things here. I'm going to take you off the tripod and come over here closer because I want you to see some of the things that are initial for setting up your hive that I have learned over research, that it doesn't really take too much technical practice or working with bees to really understand. So come over here and I'll show you that, okay? All right, so first off here, so you can see this level here, and this is something that everybody that's setting up a beehive should do. This location here isn't the permanent place that the beehive will be set. This is temporary. There were some things that came up that I couldn't locate in the place. I have some people that need to work on a broken pipe here at the house, so I had to relocate it while the bees get acclimated. So this will be a temporary place for them to, you know, to live for about 2-3 weeks, and then I will relocate them to the permanent position where they'll be set. I don't want to move them too much the first week. I know that. I've learned that from online. You don't want to mess with them really at all for about 9 days, because 9 to 10 days, because any stress at all at that point after you install the queen and they chew her out of her cage, they can reject her, and then you have a queenless hive. So I don't want that to happen. So, but anyway, here with the level, you want a slight slant. Let's see if I can get that closer. See, a slight slant towards the front of the hive. So any water or anything that drips off doesn't go into the hive. Don't really have to worry too much about that because I have a screen bottom board on that one. But if you have a solid bottom board, you definitely want a slight slant. I'm going to do that anyway. Not perfectly level completely, so water can drain off the top. It also helps so water doesn't seep in through the lid on the top of the beehive. So also here, when it comes to this vertical position here, when it comes to that position, you want it to be pretty much perfectly level. Now you see I don't have it perfectly level on one side, so I need to boost that side up more. As you see, I'll lift this side a little bit here without moving the camera too much, and then it goes to level. So I need to bring that side up a couple more inches. But you want it at like horizontally, basically level, because if you don't, they'll build comb that's crooked and they'll try to level it out because they know what's level and what's not. So that's one thing I've heard and learned, is that you definitely want to have your platform level horizontally, but not in a vertical fashion. So little tip there. Hopefully that'll help you set up your beehive. It's just especially if you're going natural comb, which is what I'm doing, and a more natural way of beekeeping. Definitely very important to get that perfect so that they build comb nice and straight. All right, now the second thing you want to do when you're doing this is light your smoker. Now I have the bees over here. I'm going to move them away for a second because you don't want to smoke your bees while they're in the cage. They're all buzzing, wanting out. I want to get them out as quickly as possible because the longer you leave them in the cage, the longer more of them die. There's probably already like 200, 300 bees dead on the floor in that trap. So what I'm using here, now again, not giving you how to or anything, but I've practiced lighting this a couple times. The burlap I found worked the best when I was trying to light it. It's very easy to light. Now you'll see that it has a little pad thing in the end there. I think I showed you that before, and that's for letting the air in and the coals falling through. So I'm just going to light this burlap. And this is also cedar pine bedding for horses and animals. So I'm going to use some of that too to get the fire going real nice. And I was ill prepared to turn on the camera. I'm going to use a buttload of straw and yes, that is a technical term, buttload, to put in here when I pack the smoker. So here we go. I'm going to light it. I want to hurry up because there's bad weather coming in. I get my burlap to light. Yeah, it's getting quite windy out. It's not lighting. There we go. Just stuff that in there. And I'm going to fuel it. Get the fire going again. Usually every time you put that on there, it always decides to pop out. Come on. Yeah, I puffed it out. Of course, the straw will cooperate. And there you go. Smoker lit. Recycle some of this stuff. Alright, so here I have everything in place. We showed how to set up the smoker and everything like that, how I've been shown to do it and everything. The smoker's going over there. We're not using it here at the time being because we don't want them to fly around. We're going to be using sugar water, is what everybody else uses, as all the research says. You just want to spritz the outside of them get them nice and sticky so that they don't fly around as much. And give a nice heavy coat, but not enough to where they're just going to drown. Throw that aside because you're not going to need it right now. I'm going to toss my veil over so I don't get angry bees in my face. I doubt they'll be angry though, because usually they're pretty docile, zipped up and everything. Alright, I have tucked in here so they don't crawl underneath. Now we're going to pry this container out. Here, the feed container, with our hive tool. And if I can get it out, there we go. And we're going to get out just enough to slip the queen out here. Get the queen right at the edge. Kind of get them off the feeder. There's our queen. You can see her on there with a bunch of nurse bees. Now I'm going to remove some of these frames. I'm going to leave the things down here. And I'm going to put the queen. Hi, girls. Parallel so that she is okay. I can see her in there. She's moving around. And we're going to put it inside here. Move out of the way. Try not to crush any bees. Inside here. In between two frames, as low as I possibly can put it. And then I'm going to tack it on here in a second. Get a bee off my glove with a cork. Actually, you know what? I forgot to put the whole cork part in. Hive tool. I can see what other beekeepers say about the whole glove thing, because especially these huge gloves that were missent to me, it is very hard to work. Alright, I almost got the cork out, so I'm going to make sure I get the marshmallow. I totally almost forgot this step. Most crucial step you want to do right off the bat is you want to add your marshmallow candy cork in right off the bat. Make sure you cover the hole so that the queen can't escape, because she can fly right now. She's not technically laying yet. So there we go. There's the candy cork. That was a big crucial step that I don't want to miss. Now I'm going to take this little metal piece here and unfold it so I can hook it onto a frame so the bees can tend to her. and there's a tack that they give you. They'll give you with a package like this, and you use that tack. If I can, with these big gloves. Honestly, next time and I flung the tack. Next time I'm probably not going to use gloves. It's definitely an interesting experience with all these bees flying around you. Hearing that, not being used to it. Alright, she's in between the frames, so the bees can tend to her and get to her. Move, girls, move. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to scoop up some of these bees gently. I'm going to throw them on top of her so that they know that she's there and they tend to her. I'm going to get these bees off the sugar syrup and probably going to use that, the rest of that, so I don't waste sugar syrup. Now, you're going to make sure you have enough frames out. I'm going to take out 2 more frames and put them down here. These frames, by the way, have wax foundation in them that I bought. I'm not going to use that for very long. That's just for this package to start out. And now I'm going to take it, I'm going to slam it down, and then I'm going to shake in. So spin it up again, tap it down, shake in. And there's probably going to be a lot of dead bees in there. Leave that down there and they will find their way to the hive. Just leave it near the entrance. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these frames back in here. For them to crawl up on. They're definitely not too happy right now, but I sympathize because they were thrown into a package and are traveling, and now I've been messed with again. And then I'm gonna move all the frames over, centering them in the box. I put the queen at the back so that they have to travel back to get her. I don't know if that's a good move or not, and I might want to move her, but which I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give her a quick move here. As you can see, I am a novice, and I don't know what's the best way to do it, but I think I'm just going to, and I dropped the tack, of course. I'm going to move her towards the center. There we are. Make sure she's down in the middle of the frames. Which she's not. Our cage is doing. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to center them in the box. And we're going to move them off. gently sliding this over. Come on. There we go. Now there's a bunch in the air. Brush those guys off the feeder. I'm going to put a box over top. And center it up. They're not bothering you at all over there, are you? Are they? They're more...
I've had a couple of buzzes, but...
Yeah, they're more just in checking you out. So this one I'm going to put it back in there. I need a few sticks, though, or staves for them. This right here is a feeder that I made, and it's just sugar cane and turn it upside down. And it doesn't seem to be dripping out, which is good. Put this in here with a few wood pieces, extra wood pieces for them. I'm going to put it off to the side, not over the hole, so that the bees aren't going to drown if it leaks a little bit, if it happens to leak. Alright, leave that there. Put this one in right next to it. So we'll have plenty of syrup for them. Get my hive tool off the cover. It's hard to do with these big gloves. Give it a bang. Slowly set it down. Try not to crush any bees. Move the box a little bit because there we go. And she is done. So the rest of the bees in here will find their way out. I'll give them a quick shake onto the top here. Any dead bees will stay there. And I'll just leave it like that with a little bit of a hole. Maybe put my hive tool on it so it doesn't fall off. And let them find their way out that way so they don't sit in there for the rest of their lives. Leave that there for a while. I'm going to let them settle down and, you know, get acclimated and kind of chill a bit. And they will start doing orientation flights a little bit more after they eat the queen out, and it should be it should be okay. That was wrong. Yeah, that was wrong. Oh, that one got squished. I might have done that. That was wrong. But they're gonna eat her out of her cage, and then they're going to come out. They're gonna clean out the dead, and hopefully she will be accepted. In the rare case where she's not accepted into the hive and she's not there laying queen now, I might have to requeen the hive and buy a new queen. But if not, then it'll be a success, and hopefully this hive will survive the winter, and then I can split it up into another hive. If I don't get a swarm. If I get a swarm and I split it, it'll just be because I don't have the space. They need to be split, and I can give it to somebody else or sell it for some extra money for supplies and stuff. So, but I'm going to be setting up several bee yards and hopefully get several of those set up for them to have maybe tops 10 or 11 hives. Some not too much maintenance. I don't want too much more than that. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you liked the video. Again, wasn't a how-to. It was me making mistakes and doing the stupid things. So I didn't really use the smoker much, and I probably won't. I'm not going to use it right now either because, you know, I don't need it to get the bees out of that cage, and they'll find their way in there once they've already started fanning at the entrance here. That the queen's in here. They're saying, you know, hey, the queen's in here. Come in here and take a look at her. But I'll see you again, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See them fanning there. Telling all other bees to come in. But I'll see you again, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll do another checkup. By the way, this queen, her name, I believe I wanted to go with Queen Jacqueline, but that's not a for sure thing. Just let me know what you think in the comments below. If Jacqueline, or if you have another name that you'd like to be picked out that might be any better, or if I like it, then maybe I'll pick your names or your name that you made up or you like better. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye, everybody.